All right, the first rates coming up on your screens. We'll have the Nifty, the Sensex, Nifty Bank, and of course, we'll then go on to individual names and stocks, etc. So what do we have? I think we have a bit of a downtick. Nifty starting, I think, about 0.2% lower. So 24,300 is where the Nifty is at. And I think you've got the Bank Nifty, which is starting about 1/3% lower. So 0.3%, that's about 80 points worth of a cut on the Nifty. Bank Nifty, 200-point cut, 50,271. And individual sector stocks, etc. Market breadth is negative, almost about 2:1. Not quite fully 2:1, but right out of the gates, more down than up. That's essentially the picture. Small cap index is down 0.6, and I think you've got the mid cap index, which is also under some pressure. Nifty is down about 90 points, 24,286 at this stage. So this is the market open, but it's all about stocks. So let's get straight to it.
Yes, so that's right. Pull up Voltas. The last few days the stock was a little bit nervous. Those numbers look good. The margins have come in at the highest levels you've seen all the way since March 2022, since that quarter. That stock has burst up close to 5%. Went tepid into the numbers. I think that's one of the reasons. Amara Raja, well, we have positive news flow that the stock is up close to around 2.5%. Jubilant Food, Mangalam told us those numbers are good, so that stock is flying away. Balkrishna Industries, Sudarshan had highlighted this fact that the numbers were more or less in line or mildly better. The problem is going ahead, things are looking very jittery. So that's why that stock's lost close to 9%. Sun TV as well down close to 5.5%, has had a good run. But now, in fact, that's come in for some big profit taking. So, that one comes up for you on the screen. And Ola Electric, well, continues its electrifying ways. Stock is up close to 7.5%, following in that big gain that we saw in Friday's trading session, the listing gains. And also Coffee Day, that the insolvency has taken shape out there. And because of that, the stock is down. It's getting smacked as we speak. You have Imfa, that's the other one that got the 221 crores that were pending. So maybe that one as well is reacting to that piece of news. So all these stocks up and about in today's trading session.
A bunch of other stocks also in focus. If you look at the market breadth, you'd have nearly two stocks declining for every one stock which is advancing. But the ones which are advancing, we have a few of them as well. Inox Wind reported a good set of numbers, stock up around 6%. Good numbers coming in from Shipping Corp as well. That stock's up around 5.5%. Some softness in Metro Brands. The stock opened red, but thereafter the street is looking at triggers ahead, and as a result of which it's moved off lows, currently in mild green. Though we are seeing incremental pressure on names like Sun TV, which is now down about 7%. Astral's the other one, and Bharat Forge, after a decent move that we saw on Friday, has seen a bit of profit booking. Trent, an 11% up move is what we saw on Friday, and this morning it follows up with another 2%, and it's only increasing with volumes piling up out there. And Jubilant Foodworks too, which opened about 1.5% in the green, has now extended its gains to about 3% street, eyeing a turnaround out there.
Well, so a few other names, right? Ola Electric will come up on your screen. Ola Electric is the biggest volume-led gainer on the NSE. It's up 8%, and we were talking about this one in the morning with Prakash. So that is coming up with sort of large volume-led gains right now. So that is Ola for you. Nigel mentioned Voltas. That's a big one, 6% pop. Inox Wind is up about 5.75%, humongous volumes. Shipping Corporation, I think numbers, 4.5 higher, 270. Mangalam was talking about Jubilant Food. I think there is an upgrade from Jefferies as well, 617 on Jubilant Food. Aavas Financiers, actually there are two microfinance companies. Aavas Financiers is up 7%. There is a deal brewing there. And the other one, of course, is Credit Access, where there are reports this morning which suggest that, the foreign owner is actually looking to get out. So that's the stock's down about 1%. Credit Access, of course, in terms of the MFI space, is rated as, is seen as the highest quality lender in that in the microfinance area. Safari is up 4.5%. That's a luggage maker, 2410. Big volumes at this point. For this time in the day, actually. Coromandel is up about 2%. Graphite is up about 3%. Graphite India, 536. PNC Infra is coming up with a 7% gain, 480. There's more stuff. Ola Electric is up 12% now. So keep an eye on. Actually, we should put up the Ola Electric stock. There's a lot of interest, huge volumes as well, right at the bottom of the screen. It's the largest volume-led gainer. And of course, I think as Nigel mentioned, a lot of the Adani Group stocks are under pressure. Enterprises, Ports, Power, Green, they're all down between 3 and 5-6%. Adani Wilmar, Adani Total Gas down 4-5% as well. So this is broadly how we are starting up.
Just one word on
Yeah.
Voltas, Prashant. You know, the reason
Yeah.
that the stock is reacting so much on the upside is the last few days, the stock actually had corrected close to around 6%. It actually it underperformed the market going into these numbers. And by the look of it, the sense is that they could have gained some market share in the last quarter, on a quarter-to-quarter basis as well, roughly 200, 250 basis points. I'm reading a sales note out there. So commentary on pricing will be important, sustenance of these kind of margins as well as inventory situation. That seems to be the stock of the morning after those numbers.
Absolutely, and very large, 2 million shares also on the NSE. So this is looking pretty solid out there. Well, let's bring in Rajiv Batra. He's, of course, with Joe. Okay, I think Rajiv will be with us in just a bit. Maybe just a couple of more names before we take it forward. Bharat Dynamics, BDL, is down 8%. That's the defense company, a PSU defense company, 1318 on Bharat Dynamics. And of course, it's come off quite sharply from the highs. I mean, the high in the month of July, actually, this is the all-time high, as well as about 1720. From 1720 to 1318. In, about 15 trading sessions, not even 15 trading sessions. So that is a very sharp knock that we are seeing here. Lemon Tree has not been able to recover. It's basically a waterfall decline from 150 levels to 116. The first quarter numbers, of course, were a bit of a miss. But, the decline started much before that. The all-time high on Lemon Tree was about 160 rupees. So that's lost quite a bit. And there is IIFL this morning, which is also down about 2 3/4%. Stocks at about 411, 412 or so. So this is some of what is going on across on the market front.